Hi, I'm Ashley Bullington, and you're watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents and the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Flower Mound, Plano, and Mesquite. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! Well, happy almost New Year. I know this has been a strange and crazy one for all of us, but I hope there was some good that happened for each and every one of you. Do you have your New Year's resolution ready? I do. I'll even tell y'all what my professional goal is. For 2021, I'm going to keep improving myself and the awesome content we bring you, our IHSS family. Now it's time for what you are all actually here for. What is coming up on Inside High School Sports this week? The Aledo Bearcats and Lovejoy Leopards go at it in 5A Division II. The Bearcats are on a mission to keep their title, but need 3 more wins to make it happen. Last week, Aledo defeated the Frisco Raccoons 45-27. Beating the Leopards won't be easy though, and could be the Bearcats' biggest problem of 2020. Lovejoy toppled Timberview with 64 points in their regional matchup. They are currently ranked 8th in the state. R.W. Rucker threw for 364 yards and 8 touchdowns last week in their come-from-behind victory. And this game could be a great game at Globe Life Park. Another New Year's Day showdown will be a rematch of the 2018 5A Division I quarterfinals, as Ryan and Highland Park are at it again. Denton Ryan defeated Longview last week 27-9. Ryan had 353 total yards against the Lobos. Seth Hennigan had 284 of those yards, with 3 passing touchdowns for the Raiders. Highland Park avenged their loss to Lone Star in 2019 with a 30-20 win over the Rangers. Braden Shager threw for 231 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Brooks Bond rushed for 103 yards on 23 attempts and 1 touchdown as well. This one will come down to whose defense is better on that day. In 6A Division II, district foes Denton Geyer and Prosper will duke it out on the gridiron in round 4 of the playoffs. Earlier this season, the Wildcats beat Prosper 24-23. Last week, Geyer beat Abilene 38-21, with Eli Stowers accounting for 356 yards of offense and 4 passing touchdowns. Injuries have slowed Geyer down, but the Wildcat seniors will not let anything stop them. The Prosper Eagles have gotten hot when it counts. They are not as flashy as some of their opponents, but they have been efficient and their defense stout. Last week, they beat Eaton 27-17, and quarterback Jackson Berry accounted for 4 touchdowns and 200 yards of offense. These two teams are evenly matched, but it is predicted that Prosper will pull out the 3-point victory in what should be a barn burner. Our game of the week is Carroll versus Trinity. This game is always one for the books, as these are 2 Texas high school football dynasties. Trinity stunned the Metroplex with a 49-45 win over the Allen Eagles on the back of Ollie Gordon, who accounted for almost all of the Trojans' offense. Against Midland Lee, quarterback Valentino Fani was the spark that gave the Trojans the win with over 300 yards. They will need all of their offensive weapons clicking if they want to beat this South Lake Carroll squad. The Dragons are 10-1 on the season and defeated Arlington Martin last week 30-26. They will welcome back quarterback Quinn Ewers to the field after 6 weeks out. Even though he had to knock off the rust last week, Ewers accounted for 251 yards and threw 3 touchdowns. This game has a chance for major fireworks, and the key will be which defense will come to play. So many great games to kick off the new year. What a treat to get to start off 2021 with some Texas high school football playoffs. We will have all of those games and more that you will be seeing highlights of on this week's episode of Wingstop Inside High School Sports. Also, make sure you vote on our Hot Play of the Week poll presented by Louisiana Hot Sauce for a chance for your community to move on to compete for the Play of the Year. Here's last week's winner. In the area round of playoffs, Mansfield Timberview defeated Ennis, the number 1 team in the state in 5A Division II. Well, last week, Lucas Lovejoy defeated the Wolves in a shootout, scoring 64 points, making it all the way to the quarterfinal rounds of playoffs, under their new head coach, Chris Ross, who is turning this team from good to great.
Well, if you would have asked anybody here, we would have told you we were going to. Don't mean that bad, but we don't go to any game think we're going to lose it. I've got a tremendous team, and and I mean team, not a group of individuals, but a team. They love each other. They respect their coaches. They work hard every day to improve, and that's showing on the football field right now. I think these guys are to the point now that they believe their hard work matters. And, when you get to that point, you can accomplish anything. I think as a coach, what I recognize is, one, how hard they work. And then two, they don't flinch. We've had 3 games where we've been down at halftime, and the other night, I think we were down 30-15 or something like that. They don't flinch. And that comes in a complete belief in what they can do and what we're doing together.
There's a bunch of group of guys who love each other and that are going to go to war no matter what scenario, and we're going to be there for each other. So every single one of these guys in my class, we've been best friends since 7th grade. We've been playing ball together since the 7th grade. So we know we've been good. We've been playing together. We've been battling it out, going to war for each other ever since 7th grade. And then when the time came where Coach Ross came along, we're like, let's go, a new challenge. And it's been fantastic.
What an awesome season from the Lovejoy Leopards. We will also have a great Dalworth clean inside story for you on Inside High School Sports that will tip off our basketball coverage and what you can expect to see on the DFW hoops scene.
SMU just felt like the best fit for me, relationship-wise, playing style-wise, and just me being able to commit to them and knowing I'd have their full commitment. It just made me focus on winning the state championship, and Coach Peavy and the other seniors, we made like a promise to them. We trying to go undefeated. So just for me to commit early to them and got that commitment, it just let me focus on the season.
In this next segment, we would normally introduce you to a player or team that we do not usually cover on Inside High School Sports. But Trinity's Ollie Gordon had a performance for the books against Allen that I cannot help but to highlight. Trinity junior Ollie Gordon dominated Saturday night at Globe Life Park. He was given the ball 49 times to mark the field as his own. Gordon rushed for 455 yards and 6 touchdowns to lead the Trojans to a 49-45 win over Allen. This was Trinity's second thrilling playoff win as they beat Midland Lee in a last-second halfback pass to Xavier Kutai from, you guessed it, Ollie Gordon.
So first things first, we have to talk about last Saturday. Holy crap. I was at that game and you just were lights out, on fire, unstoppable. Talk about that game for us.
Honestly, that game, it was very different because going into the game, everybody thought that Allen was going to beat us. Everybody was doubting us. Y'all seen the votings for who's going to win. But me and my team, we just came together, talked to each other. We was like, we're not going to let each other down. And then we came out there, and that's what happened.
And you just seemed to put the team on your back and just go at it. I mean, were you even remotely tired with 50 carries and 455 yards?
No, man. I was a little bit, not a lot, though. I was good. And we conditioned a lot, so.
You can catch the rest of Ollie Gordon's interview tomorrow on our Recruiting Trail segment. Now it's time for the action point. Just because I loved capturing it and you deserve to see it. When Trinity does the haka, it will just send chills down your spine.
Oh my!
This is a pretty cool friendship, as over the summer, Highland Park quarterback Braden Shager and Duncanville wide receiver Roderick Daniels Jr. teamed up to stay sharp, and boy, don't they look it. A name you might all recognize. On Monday Night Football, though a rough one for the Patriots, Stephenville alumni Jarrett Stidham took the field for the Pats, replacing Cam Newton, and he scored their first touchdown of the game.
You want to get calmed down, Jim? Throw a fade to the corner.
That's all we have for this episode. Follow all of Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date on everything going on in the high school sports scene. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube that throughout the week will get you ready for the main event, Wingstop Inside High School Sports on NBC5, Saturday at 6:30 p.m., hosted by Pat Doney. Thank you for watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents in the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Flower Mound, Plano, and Mesquite. To get more information or a quote, go to geico.com/DFW. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope you're warmed up for all of the playoff action coming at you on Wingstop Inside High School Sports. And I will see you in the new year.